record of that year are 17 foot 6. So there's various photographs around 35 years ago of the area on the left hand side awash with water. The record floods of the year 2000 was supposed to be a once in a 1,000-year event. Although with all this talk of global warming, we just have to see how well that holds up. I find it quite a vague term, as it's based on the last 1,000 years, and what the next 1,000 years holds, who knows. Anyway, for that reason too, it's also quite dangerous to use, but it's quite widely quoted in York. I think nowadays the general consensus is the floods will get worse and worse, but we shall see. Stretching out of the boat to the left-hand side is York's Museum Gardens. I believe even the most prominent building in there, just coming up shortly, the black and white half timber building of the Hospitium. That's a 14th century structure and used to provide accommodation to pilgrims to St Mary's Abbey. The gardens created in 1830 by the Yorkshire Philosophical Society. The original gardens contained a conservatory, a pond and a menagerie. When the menagerie opened, a wild stoat, a swan, a heron, a porpoise and a python were all donated, although it's no longer known if they were alive or dead. A golden eagle and several monkeys were known to be alive over there. One creature very much alive was a bear. The menagerie was destroyed in 1831 when the bear escaped. He had brief control of the area, and he trapped a geologist called John Phillips and a respected scientist called William Vernon Harcourt into an outbuilding. Not to be forgiven for this rampage, the bear was put up for sale and eventually sold to London Zoo. As a method of getting him down there, they strapped him to a stagecoach and booked him on board as an outside passenger. That would be about a 2 to 3 day journey in those days, allowing 4 stops for horses and food. The average speed of a stagecoach around 12 miles per hour. Just ahead of us now is Vendel Bridge, designed by Thomas Page. The same person who designed Westminster Bridge in London. Completed in 1863, and you can see a few similarities between the two. You've probably seen this already, but there's 2 ice cream boats in York, the first of which is just ahead on the left hand side. This one's called the Full Moo, hence the large cow on board, and just like a normal ice cream van, you can walk alongside and get an ice cream. You can also moor alongside in a boat. And very nice the ice creams are too. Just on the right hand side of Vendel Bridge, that tower used to be home to a man called John Lehman. And before the bridge opened, he could vote people across the Ouse for a small fee. When the bridge opened, he was out of work, but very nicely treated with a redundancy payment of £15 for the horse and cart. Through the bridge on the left hand side is our boatyard. Lived in the boatyard here since 1840, although some of the buildings date back a bit older. And the boatyard runs partially alongside the impressive stone building of the 15th century Guildhall. The Guildhall remained in use until 1942, but badly damaged in the Second World War. It's since been restored to almost its original condition. You can still see some of the scorch marks